Yeah, you're in trouble. Mm-hmm. You're in trouble. Let me come talk to you. You won't figure out what you do. Don't mind the wrinkly shirt. I just woke up. Obviously, we got no earrings on and a bonnet, so now. What do you think you did, man? What do you think you did? But nobody's in trouble. But one thing I want to clarify is don't be afraid to contact me at all. Because at the end of the day, we're all humans. Don't be afraid to contact me on Instagram. TikTok, I probably won't respond because it's nothing but like it's nothing but little kids texting me. So yeah, I don't ignore them, but I let them know there's nothing but like little kids trying to contact me on TikTok. So we scratch that. You can contact me on Instagram or YouTube comments. I'm about to get a business email with Gmail, so I can start doing business inquiries and stuff like that. Start talking money. You know what I'm saying? The root of all evil is money, but it's just the way you use it. Are you gonna use the potion to make a cure, or are you gonna use the poison to kill? You know what I'm saying? So, bam. What's the quote of the day? There's no quote, but one thing I want to tell you is I know I say this a lot, but you truly don't know what somebody's going through. So with that, you know what I'm saying? With that merit, I want to say this in a respectful way. You want to respect them and at least give them the human decency of talking to them, not calmly but respectful. You don't know that could be their last straw. That's why I always talk about perspective. And you would think when I talk about perspective and perception, I will always talk about Saunders, right? But the reason I don't talk about it, not because it's only overused, but nobody knows the true description of it. But they only know that everybody's life is complex as yours. But there's more to that, I wanted to get that tattooed, but I was like, man, everybody uses that shit. And it be the people with those tattoos that treat people the worst. That's crazy, you know. But there's no correlation with that. I need to stop with the filler words. The reason I do filler words, so y'all hear that? Oh, but but I thought I was tweaking. I thought I was hearing voices again. No, it's the neighbors that's back there. I forgot they have neighbors. They got a dog and the whole family and stuff. Okay, so back to it. Yeah, don't be afraid to contact me. On Instagram. I got nothing on Instagram, so you can follow. We're gonna start being active on Instagram, I promise. But we're mainly focused on YouTube and TikTok and yeah, stuff like that. We're still trying to find a social media platform that we can only use. We might have to make one. If I get some followers that are some whiz, we could probably make a big platform, start funding it. You know what I'm saying? Get some money off it. You know what I'm saying? I'd be a big CEO with all my head funds and stuff like that. But that's in the future though. We're small, so big dreams for a small guy. But with that in mind, today I feel like we should get over some things, some do's and don'ts, right? I know, but it's not really rules in here, but rules do help when it comes to. I think he's drunk. I don't know why he's drinking. Some rules, right? I don't like rules, but without rules, there's chaos. But chaos is good when it comes to nature. But anything normal, then it's different. It's not gonna be in rules, but basically, keep it respectful. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, now if somebody says something you do not like, you don't gotta just go at them sideways. Just be like, okay, I respect your opinion and decision, but something I wouldn't go for. So, or matter of fact, just ignore it. That's gonna be part of our family, our little cult. Just ignore it. Don't defend me if you don't know all the facts. Just ignore it. Now it'd be like, oh, Solitude would never do that. Hey, you don't know. I could be a murderer. All you know. Don't defend me because I'm not a good guy. I'm a kid. I done some things that I truly regret. to this day. But I'm trying to fix it, you know, and that's good. But I feel like some evil people so-called try to fix it and just make it worse, and then try to cover it up with going super religious or just disappearing. You know, you can ask for forgiveness in religion, but you still can't hide the things that you have done. No, at the end of the day, we're all sinners, I guess. You know, we're just judges judging others. You know what I'm saying? And sinners judging sinners. So you can't really think of it too hard. You know, too hardly. The next video, I should be more awake. Probably got something in my belly. Don't look so tired. You know, I don't look that tired, but yeah, probably gonna look more tired. I probably have some different apparel on too. But I just wanted to do a quick little update and see how you doing. And I'm sorry I'm stalling with the music. All right. I'm sorry I'm stalling. Like I know I think I had like a couple people ask for music, but I've been stalling. All right. Mainly because I don't want mine to be filled with auto-tune and a generic tempo beat from YouTube. You know, it takes time and it takes money, so money's a little tight, but it's okay though, cause we still gonna be grinding. I want to get like at least 3 jobs, cause my mama had like 4 back in the day, and this was before like Uber and DoorDash, so she was working her butt off. My mother, she bless her heart. That's my other partner. You know, even though we bump heads a lot, that's still that's still my mom. She does some bad things, but as I not only let her seek forgiveness, but I might forgive her. I'll never forget. But at the end of the day, she was still young, as was I. So you can't excuse that for mistemper, But hey, this ain't no sob story, bro. I ain't gonna be ranting, but oh, I had a bad father, bad mom. We ain't gonna be doing none of that. We come here to enlighten and spread positivity and enjoyment. But sometimes people don't want. Hey, I understand if you don't want to be positive 24/7. We could be sad here and there. I got a couple videos where I'm kind of bummed out. About my situation, how I'm not making any movement. But don't be bummed out to bum others out. Seek for help. Now, as I said, we do for others. No matter what we do, we still do it for others. Cause you had to think, if you was the only person on earth, would you still be buying these clothes? Would you still be showing everybody how much money you make? We do it for validation of others, even if we don't say that. We do it when we help others, show off on others, brag on others, beat others. At the end of the day, as a human, you need community. That's how we build. It's survival and community. You still need it as a human. So isolation yourself is kind of the worst thing to do. And that's for it's coming from me when, all I do is self-isolate, But people have turned depression into a trend, so it's kind of hard to distinguish what is real and what is fake. So that's why people tend to be quiet. What else? Oh, I think y'all want to learn. I don't think I want to learn, but I'm still gonna tell you anyway. All right, I'm still gonna tell you anyway. I'm pretty sure y'all know my ethnicity and my race. Black and Korean. Yeah. What's go to eat? All right. I like exotic food, but when it comes to American food, well, it's not really American, but but pizza, it's like, you know what I'm saying? But when I say pizza, I do not mean like some generic frozen Walmart. I mean like made in a brick oven type of like Italian style pizza. When I talk about burgers, like Angus beef, I'm a simple guy when it comes to burgers. I like bacon, maybe a little bit of lettuce here and there. Maybe an onion, a grilled onion I can barely taste, because I'm a plain picky eater.